So for the last time we're off to the stadium for this invitation meeting where Renaud Lavillenie is going to compete and a couple of 17-metre triple jumpers, and there's invitation events for the top 8 from the schools competition. This last meeting is an IAAF permit meeting, I believe, and it attracted a number of top athletes from around the world, although with the recent trials in the States and the forthcoming ones in the UK, most of the athletes were from France and other European nations, and very few from the States, in fact none, and just Kim Collins, I believe, from the Caribbean. Not surprisingly, Pippa was tired from the previous 2 days of competition and also by some late night partying, I believe, and also the treasure hunt that ended up with the athletes looking around Nancy until about 2:30 in the morning. Therefore, I wasn't necessarily expecting great performances. However, in typical Pippa fashion, she got it together and actually ran faster than she did the day before, clocking a time of 13.79. Next up, it was a long jump. There'd been a torrential downpour in between, but luckily the weather changed and it was relatively dry when she began the competition. It was only a 3-rounder affair, as it had to be fitted in between the elite athlete events, which was a shame as Pippa was jumping really well, and it ended up with yet another 5 meters 87 jump. As I said in a previous video, with a little preparation, she's actually managed to get her technique together very well. Likewise, Lucy Hadaway also jumped really well, and she went out to 5 meters 99. Both Lucy and Pippa have been selected for the Commonwealth Youth Games team, which takes place in the Bahamas towards the end of July. Despite the poor weather, the stadium was packed and the majority of the spectators had come to watch local hero Renaud Lavillenie in the pole vault. The triple jump featured some top names and some 17-metre jumpers, but unfortunately it never really got going. And the same could be said for the evergreen Kim Collins, who came in around 4th position in about 10.4 in a race run in 10.2 if I recall correctly. Still, it was great to see him run, and I actually nearly knocked him over as I was walking past the stadium, and then paradoxically had a word with him at the British trials the following weekend. Collins was there as a guest of British Athletics. The Stanislas meeting and the World School Games were a great experience for all the schools athletes from around the world, and particularly for Pippa, who will now be much more experienced when it comes to international competition.